Good morning. Today's topic is the cell division, the mitosis. In this topic, we'll discuss about the introduction of the cell division, the cell cycle, the karyokinesis, in which actual cell division and the nuclear division, where the nuclear division takes place, cytokinesis, the cytoplasmic division, the significance of the mitosis. So, in this cell division, this mitosis is it's also called equational division because in mitosis, each cell divides and give rise to two daughter cells which are having the same number of chromosomes, and also they are having the similar characters that of the parent cell. So it is called equational division. This mitosis is seen in vegetative or body cells of an organism. So it is called somatic cell division. In this cell division, the parent cell divides to produce two daughter cells. They resemble the parent cell in all aspects. So it is also called equational division or isomorphic division. This mitosis mainly helps in the growth and the development of body of the organism. And also this mitosis helps in the repair of the damaged cells by continuous division or replacement of the damaged cells with the new cells. So it occurs both in diploid and haploid cells. So it is common in diploid organisms as well as in haploid organisms. In the lower organisms, lower plants, this may be the important sexual reproduction. Coming to the cell cycle, every cell which is undergoing the mitosis, it undergoes a cell cycle. This cell, during this cell division, this cell cycle includes two stages. One is the preparatory stage called interphase and the actual cell division phase. So in the interphase, the cells they are undergoing cell division. They are in the preparation for the cell division. This may be in between two cell divisions or just before the cell division. The second stage is called cell division phase, where there are two types of divisions are occurring. One is the division of nucleus, other one is the cytoplasmic division, which completes the cell division. So the nuclear division is called karyokinesis, which takes place only once in mitosis. Whereas in meiosis, the nucleus divides twice by meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. But here in mitosis, the karyokinesis or nuclear division occurs only once. This karyokinesis is divided into four phases due to different changes that are occurring at the different stages. One is prophase, second one is metaphase, third one is anaphase, and fourth one is telophase. The first stage is called interphase. This interphase is in the cell cycle. This is the first stage in which the cell prepares itself for the cell division. So it is called the preparatory phase of the cell cycle. This interphase, though it is present just before the cell division or in between the two cell divisions, sometimes it can be interpreted as the resting period, but it is not a resting period. More activities are involved in this interphase. So it has three subphases depending upon the changes that are occurring in the interphase. The G1 phase, first one is G1 phase, second one is S phase, third one is G2 phase. The G1 phase is a growth one phase. During this phase, the RNA and proteins which are essential for the cell division, they are synthesized. In the synthetic phase, replication of DNA takes place to form into chromosomes. So the formation of chromosomes takes place in the synthetic phase. The G2 phase is another phase where again RNA and proteins which are essential for the cell division are synthesized. This is the cell cycle which shows G1 phase, G2 phase, and S phase. In the cell cycle, The cell, most of the time, the cell is in the interphase only. Actual cell division phase is very short in any cell division. So the preparation for the cell division takes much time than the actual cell division. In the prophase, the karyokinesis involves the four phases. First one is prophase. So the changes which are occurring in the prophase are the one first the nucleus becomes enlarged and becomes transparent due to the accumulation of more water in the nucleus. The nucleus becomes large and it becomes transparent. The chromosomes are formed here. The prochromosomes, which are in the form of 15 thread-like chromatin threads, they become chromosomes. These chromosomes are even more condensed to form short and stout structures. Each chromosome has two chromatids. So the chromatids can be seen clearly during this phase. In each chromatid, single DNA is present. These chromatids of chromosomes are connected with the centromere or kinetochore. At the end of prophase, the nuclear membrane and nucleolus they disappear. So the chromosomes which are formed during this phase, they are uh, they are irregularly scattered in the cytoplasm of the cell, since the nuclear membrane, which limits the chromosomes, is disappearing. This is the prophase of mitosis, where the chromosomes are clearly seen with two chromatids and the centromere. The nucleolus is dotted lines with dotted spots. It is slowly degrading, and the nuclear membrane is disappearing slowly at the end of prophase. In the karyokinesis, the second stage is metaphase, which is very important phase, and the chromosomes at this stage can be studied very clearly. At this stage, the chromosomes become they're much more condensed and become short and stout. So to study the chromosome, it is the best stage. So during this phase, two important things are happening. One is the formation of spindle fibers and the metaphase plate. So in plant cells, the microtubules which are present in the cytoplasm, they'll form into spindle fibers which extends from one pole to another pole of the uh, cell. These spindle fibers may be of three types. There are three types. The spindle fibers which are attached to the centromere of the chromosomes are called chromosomal spindle fibers. Some spindle fibers they will simply extend from one pole to another pole. They are called continuous spindle fibers. The third one is randomly distributed discontinuous spindle fibers of no use. They are the function of these spindle fibers is not known. So these spindle fibers, which are attached to the centromere of chromosomes, they will bring the chromosomes. Bring the chromosomes to the equator of the cell, and they arrange on the equator of the cell with the help of the centromeres. So the centromeres they form a plate-like structure at the equator. So it is also called equatorial plate since it is present in the it is formed during the metaphase. So it's also called metaphase plate. This metaphase plate with the centromere of with the chromosomes and along with the spindle fibers appears like a spindle structure. So it is called spindle apparatus. So this is very important phase during the cell division. This is the metaphase, the diagram of metaphase where the chromosomes are present on the equator of the cell. With the help of the centromeres, they are present in the equatorial line. The structure is called equatorial plate or metaphase plate. To the centromere, spindle fibers are attached, and the total structure looks like a spindle. So it is called spindle apparatus. In the karyokinesis, another important phase is anaphase. During the anaphase, the chromosomes which are present on the equatorial plate with the help of the centromeres, each chromosome divides at the centromere position. So the centromere of a particular chromosome divides and produces two daughter chromosomes. So after the formation of two daughter chromosomes, slowly these chromosomes they show repulsive forces between the centromere region. So the two centromeres of daughter chromosomes, they repel each other and they move apart. Besides this, there is contraction and shortening of spindle fibers. So these spindle fibers, which are extending from one pole to another one pole and attached to the centromere of the chromosome, they pull the chromosomes towards two opposite poles. So this is the chromosomes, the two daughter chromosomes which are formed by the division of centromere. Uh, uh, they move towards two opposite poles. So this is an important event during anaphase. So the movement of chromosomes takes place during anaphase. This is anaphase. So in this anaphase, the chromosomes, metacentric, submetacentric, telocentric, acrocentric chromosomes, they appear in the form of V, J, L, and I shapes. So they start moving towards two opposite poles. The last stage of mitosis is telophase. So the chromosomes, the daughter chromosomes which are formed during the anaphase, they move towards two opposite poles in the anaphase. They'll reach the opposite poles and they'll settle down at the two opposite poles. After after they are reaching these opposite poles, around each around the chromosomes, again nuclear membrane reappears and also nucleolus reappears in the nucleus. So these chromosomes, they become very slender and thin thread-like structures once again. At this stage, spindle fibers will disappear, and some remnants of spindle fibers may appear in between the two nuclei, that is called phragmoplast. So at the end of telophase, two daughter nuclei are formed in a cell. So from a parent cell, after mitosis, at the end of telophase, two daughter nuclei are formed. So this completes the karyokinesis or nuclear division of the cell. So after the formation of these two daughter nuclei, there is the reappearance of nucleolus, nuclear membrane. This is telophase where two daughter nuclei are formed. The chromosomes, they become slender, thin, thread-like structures. After the formation of two daughter nuclei, so there is cytoplasmic division called cytokinesis. Without this cell division it will not be completed. During cytokinesis, it is by a special method called cell plate method, the cell wall formation takes place. So at the end of telophase, two daughter nuclei are present in the same cytoplasm, but they must be converted into two daughter cells only by the division of cytoplasm. So after the telophase, the two in between two daughter nuclei, barrel-shaped phragmoplast or residues of spindle fibers is present. This into which the vacuoles of Golgi complex and endoplasmic reticulum, they move, where they will be arranged side by side uh, by the pressure exerted one above the other. These vacuoles are ruptured and resulting in the formation of liquid like middle lamellum. So into this middle lamellum, calcium, magnesium, pectin are deposited. They will be converted into calcium pectate and magnesium pectate. So these two compounds, they give hardness to the middle lamellum, by which this middle lamellum becomes cementing substance, cementing layer in between the two daughter nuclei. After the formation of strong middle lamellum, on either side of the each cell develops its own primary cell wall with the help of a cellulose material, which is nothing but a polysaccharide from the cytoplasm. So when this middle lamellum is destroyed only, the daughter cells are separated. So after the completion of cytokinesis by cell plate method, two nuclei now become two cells, which remain connected together till the middle lamellum is destroyed. When the middle lamellum is destroyed, the two cells are separated, daughter cells are separated. Uh, After the complete division, after karyokinesis and cytokinesis, uh, each parent cell by mitosis gives rise to two daughter cells, which are similar in all aspects. This is the cell plate formation or the cytokinesis. The diagram shows the formation of cell plate in between the two daughter nuclei which are formed at the end of the telophase. Coming to the importance of mitosis, that is significance of mitosis, it is very important in development of embryo. So during the development of embryo, the cells are undergoing mitotic division, produces diploid cells as mass. Later on, differentiate to form into a plant-like structure. This mitosis also helps in asexual reproduction in case of lower plants, and also it helps in the growth and development of the body of an organism or plant. So not only this, this division also replaces the damaged cells by its divisions. That is, during mitosis, similar cells are produced, which remove the damaged cell from the diseased or damaged part, where new cells are originated by this division. So this during this division, the parent cell, which gives rise to two daughter cells, which are similar in all aspects in morphology and the number of chromosomes, they remain as such as the parent cell. So this division also helps in maintaining the genetic stability. That is, chromosomal number is maintained constantly in an organism with the help of this cell division. So this about the important cell division called mitosis. Thank you.